At the Los Angeles Auto Show, Olivier Francois, Fiat CEO and CMO officially announced plans to offer the fully electric Fiat 500e in North America. Spearheading the brand's electrification strategy, the new 500e will arrive in the US market in early 2024, marking a North American expansion in Fiat's global journey outside Europe.
So look, the three cars you see here are the best three slides I could ever bring to LA. Three slides that speak to what best defines Italy. Design, fashion, and luxury. In our case, sustainable design, sustainable fashion, and sustainable luxury, because this new Fiat 500 embodies exactly these three spirits. So first, style. So we asked Giorgio Armani to personally dress this 500 one-off. So well, LA is always ready for the red carpet, and this 500 by Giorgio Armani is no exception. And after this presentation, I invite you to have a closer look, because it's fascinating how Giorgio celebrates sustainable style on our little canvas. Even the paint is forward-thinking. So to be sustainable, there is a transparent top coat that is activated by UV light, which reduces air pollutants and bacteria. And to be stylish, the body is engraved with these lasers, not just to emulate an Armani fabric, by the way, but to create a two-tone effect without adding polluting paint. So you see this 500 by Armani is all about reduce. Now, how about another one-off with another iconic partner? So I'm speaking of the 500 Kartell, because Kartell is this company who brought Italian creativity to interior design around the world. So this is the 500 by Kartell, another study courtesy of these incredible Italian furniture designers. I love Kartell because they have always been at the forefront of making great design eco and logical. So you see, Armani was all about reduce. Kartell is all about recycle. So interiors that feature nylon reclaimed from the ocean, headlights and wheels born from recycled old 500, destined to scrappage, and a color as electric as the current that powers this car. So if Kartell made the case for sustainable design and Armani for sustainable elegance, how about luxury? So that slide would look like this. This is the new 500 by Bulgari, a one-off again. It's an homage to craftsmanship, Italian craftsmanship and beauty. And I've always said that Fiat is a brand of alchemists. Well, this edition literally turns recycled gold dust from their jewelry making into metallic paint. And when you look at the dash, you see the same kind of magic. Those are vintage Bulgari silk foulard, unsold and repurposed. So you see, nothing is too precious to not be reused. So what do these case studies tell us about the future of Fiat? First, they tell us that reduce, reuse, and recycle can deliver a stunning reflection. Second, they tell us that pricing power doesn't lie with size, but with craftsmanship, creativity, and sophistication. I believe that people are willing to pay a premium for that. At least, I very much hope so, because we are going to auction these three one-offs for organizations involved in the fight against climate change. So luckily, there's an entire ecosystem of organizations dedicated to protecting our ecosystem. So oceans, natural resources, biodiversity. And so to determine the best organization, we are working with our friend Leonardo DiCaprio. And we're very lucky, because I don't know anyone who is more qualified and passionate to make that call. So stay tuned. We will come back with this one-off very soon. Now, last and third, these cars show that a brand like ours cannot thrive without substance, especially in America. So our all-new 500 is an incredible driver's car. So let's speak of facts. It's expected to deliver a 162 pound-feet of torque, and it's estimated to go from 0 to 30 miles per hour in 3 seconds. So you see the cord can change your car, but this car can charge your spirit. The automatic gearbox is controlled via easy touch piano keys. And speaking of music, we gave the 500 its own entrance music, this. So you see, this is typical Fiat. No? We take something boring like a mandatory acoustic alerts and turn it into something inspiring. You know, when Pope Francis saw the new 500 first time, he said, "This car seems to smile at me." Well, the music, or this music, gives the Fiat 500 a voice to match the smile. But the new 500 is connected to more than a mission or a cause. It's connected to its driver, thanks to cutting-edge technology, as you can see on the slide. Look, to be blunt, the last generation 500e was a good car, but it was somehow a recharged 500, an ICE platform with a battery. This new 500 was born electric, engineered electric. At home, it can be paired with a programmable charger, so you can charge during off-peak hours. At charging stations, it is estimated to achieve 85 kilowatts of fast charging capability that can get up to 30 miles of range in just 5 minutes. And speaking of range, initial testing tells us that the new 500 addresses range anxiety with a predicted urban driving range above 150 miles. You know, if there is one use case where EV technology is mature, it's definitely city driving. The more you stop, the more you brake, the more you regen. And because your daily routine is cross-city and not cross-country, you'll have the juice to get to your charger at night. So this new 500 is designed and engineered for exactly this, the city. This is where it excels. It avoids the frustration and anxiety of EVs, and more importantly, it makes sense. It plays on the inefficiency of ICE engines in city driving. So at launch, logically, we are going to focus our efforts on urban areas, especially the ones with higher customer affinity. Because you see, let's face it, we are not here to be everything to everyone, everywhere. I want 500 to be the king and queen of US metropolitans, and these are the areas where we must execute with utmost precision. Now, it's still early to share our launch plan, but I can tell you that the car will be in market early 24, and we will open pre-orders 6 months prior. And because Cinquecento is the most un-car of cars, what we will offer here is not a car with a sticker price. We'll sell an ecosystem, usership, services, charging solutions. We will work with industry-leading partners to support private and public charging. And we also foresee solar panel charging coupled with our vehicle-to-grid capability. You know, what's most exciting about this launch is that we are coming to America because we want to and not because we need to. You see, Fiat is the #1 volume brand for Stellantis with almost 1.4 million cars worldwide annually. So, why would I need to sell a few thousand more cars in the US? And by the way, why in the world would we divert production to the US when we are a leader of EVs in Europe? Well, we do this because it's the right thing to do. On the human level, this is absolutely obvious. But also as a company, like I said, the revolution of our industry is underway. So we all need to experiment, to trailblaze new pathways. And look, what better brand do we have if not Fiat in the US? On one hand, you have a brand that has no huge pressure on volumes, so it can focus on execution. And on the other, you have a market that is on the forefront of consumer trends. So this is the real ROI of this project, the learning, the intel. And it's an incredible privilege for Fiat to be on that mission. The car is charged up, and so are we. So as you have seen in the video, when you press the gas, instead of emitting carbon dioxide, it emits the notes of the most iconic Italian melody. You see, 0 emissions, but still loaded with emissions, positive emissions. It emits joy, it emits style, it emits the best that Italy has to offer, that Dolce Vita. I think that we could all use a dose of lightheartedness and Italian sun these days, because although 500, although there is no, although there is no combustion engine in this 500, there is a fire that burns within, a passion to push forward, and a commitment to taking customers into the future of mobility again. Thank you for your attention.